Sorry, we're running a little bit late behind the schedule. And this one is about, the title is text collection in the context of L2 writing. Actually, that part of the title is a theoretical model that I'm proposing. And then the second part is a study, empirical study, study of the relationship between the perceptions and the writing performance. So those are the two variables that are of interest in the study, perceptions, and then the other one is writing performance. And then ESL students' personal statements. This is a body of literature on three fundamental dimensions of segmented writing. And those three dimensions are text, process, and context. But, however, there are knowledge gaps in this body of literature. For example, Cumming 2001 points out that an alternative unifying theory of actual writing might be needed to unite these three dimensions and explain the interrelationship among the three dimensions of composition studies. And Cumming and Razin 2000, they also suggest the bottom-up approach to build a process model for segmented writing was not satisfactory because data analysis did not support a correlation between the variables under investigation. And alternatively, they suggest a top-down approach. That means to propose a theory before testing it with data, might worth trying. So actually in my study, I was using the top-down approach. I proposed a theoretical model, and then I tried to use empirical data to validate that theoretical model based on the literature here. Shell 2008, I revisited schema theory. As we all know, schema theory was widely used in reading research back in the 1980s. And then I revisited schema theory and I tried to introduce that theory to constructive rhetoric research. And I proposed an alternative model of ASL writing. I tried to consider the rhetorical form, the context, and the cognitive aspect of ASL writing, as well as the interaction among the three components. And back in 2009, this article presented a framework for understanding composition that integrated cognitive, textual, and social dimensions. So actually, I come to back 2009. It's kind of like echoing that Shell 2008 because as we can see, cognitive, textual, social dimensions, they correspond to the rhetorical form, the context, and the cognitive aspect of writing. Right? Can we see the similarity between these two articles? But actually, essentially, they are talking about pretty much the same thing. So one aspect is the textual aspect. That the textual aspect corresponds to rhetorical form, right? Textual aspect of writing, rhetorical form. And then social dimensions corresponds to the context, contextual aspect. Social dimension, that's the context of writing. And then the cognitive aspect, they both talk about cognitive aspect of writing. And then forthcoming, this article used that theoretical model proposed in Shell 2008. And then in this study, I conducted an empirical study, experimental study, to test the effectiveness of an alternative teaching method to teach one specific aspect in writing, that is the second sentence. Second sentence, it refers to the sentence following the topic sentence in a typical English paragraph. Yeah. So we teach second sentence in order to achieve paragraph coherence, and then to help the students construct their formal schemata for second sentences. That's another technical term. Formal schemata refers to the background knowledge of form, of structure, textual features. The Textual features rhetorical form, as a formal schemata above. So we come from theory. We have a theory, and then pedagogy. Develop pedagogy based on the theory, and then we use empirical studies to validate or test the pedagogy, whether or not the pedagogy is effective. And then we go back to, based on the empirical studies, we use the research to inform pedagogy. And we also use pedagogy and empirical research to build theory. Yeah. So that's the circle of the research.